Today's topic, how brain and heart coherence is changing my life. I didn't say that it has already changed my life, because I still see myself as a student. I still see myself as somebody who's practicing it every day, and when it comes to brain and heart coherence, you can't practice enough. And today I want to inspire you to practice brain and heart coherence, to create a coherent heart and brain, to manifest with a coherent heart and brain, to help yourself to create these elevated states and to reach these elevated frequencies that then allow you to manifest whatever you want into your physical experience through brain and heart coherence. And I also want to show you with a quick exercise that you can do while you're listening to this episode, how you can reach a state of brain and heart coherence. But first, let me tell you this. After the Joe Dispenza week-long advanced event that I went to in Turkey, I fell into a big hole. Oh yes, believe it or not, I'm not perfect, I'm still a human being. Or let's say it like this, it wasn't really a big hole, it was still at a high vibration, but not comparable to the extremely high vibration that I reached during the advanced week-long workshop. I mean, that's also why, in case you've listened to the episode where I talk about this experience, why I was able to finally reach my twin brother who had died right after birth. Because finally I reached a vibrational frequency where I was able to contact him. And before, even though my vibration was already very high, I was not there yet. And during this event, and especially after this experience I had with my twin brother, my heart was just beaming all the time. It was whoa, whoa, whoa. It was so coherent that I couldn't feel any negative emotions. I couldn't feel any jealousy. I couldn't feel any resentment. It was impossible. Even when I said the words, I tested it just to see what happens. I couldn't feel these negative emotions. My heart was so coherent. And then when I got home again, I was still in this high vibration, but because this event pushed my vibration so high and pushed my frequency so high, I mean, we were more than 1,000 people meditating in one room, and because of this environment, or let's say because I got out of my familiar environment, it was then hard for me in the first couple of days and even now the first weeks to maintain this high vibration that I received and that I felt and experienced during the Dr. Joe week-long advanced retreat. I actually, to be honest, only was able to contact my twin brother again once during the last couple of weeks because I just wasn't there. I just couldn't reach that frequency. And I thought to myself, but I do my meditation, I feel amazing, what's going on? And then I remember one thing that I always tell you and that Dr. Joe always tells his students. It's one thing to do it with your eyes closed. It's another thing to do it with your eyes open. And that's when it hit me. The one difference besides the group effect, besides the different environment that I experienced during the Dr. Joe Dispenza event was because of that raising of frequency, I was in brain and heart coherence the whole time. I was just beaming. My heart was just beating very slowly, very rhythmically, and I could feel this vibration sensation in my heart all the time. And now I thought to myself, okie doke, why not create this feeling of heart coherence and brain coherence all the time during the day? Why not test it? Why not give it a shot? And I now tested it for the last couple of days, and I can tell you the effects are amazing. I sleep better, I feel better, I have amazing synchronicities. It's just wonderful, and that's why I wanted to share this with you. Make brain and heart coherence a habit, not just a daily habit, but, and now you might hate me for saying this, every couple of minutes. Tune in. See if you can connect with your heart. I do it, for example, now when I'm having dinner, when I'm having lunch, while I'm editing episodes, while I'm doing some work. Every couple of minutes I check in with myself, I connect to my heart, and I connect to my brain, and I then let the energy flow. And don't worry, in just a second you will learn how you can do that. And if you want to dive in deeper into this subject, then I can also recommend that you have a look at Module 6 of my 11 Days to Manifestation Mastery program, which is about mastering your emotions and your emotional state. In this module, you will learn how you can control your emotions and create the emotions that you want to feel, which is a perfect preparation to create brain and heart coherence. And I also recommend that you have a look at Module 7 of the 11 Days to Manifestation Mastery program, in which you master the energy in your body and in your heart. So yes, in this module, I specifically talk about brain and heart coherence in way more detail. But for now, I also want to share something that I found in an article from Dr. Joe Dispenza. You can look that article up. It's called The Heart and the Brain Tango, and you can find it on drjoedispenza.com. And I just want to quote a few paragraphs from this article to give you a little bit of a theoretical background and also the science that Dr. Joe and his team discovered while they were observing people, meditators, who were in this brain and heart coherence state. And then we finish this episode with a little exercise that can help you to reach a state of brain and heart coherence. So now please allow me to read a few paragraphs from this Dr. Joe Dispenza article to give you an overview of the power of brain and heart coherence. When they achieved this relaxed state, their heart began producing a very low frequency, a frequency that is indigenous only to the energy of the heart. When people placed their attention in their heart and continued breathing through their creative center in an elevated emotional state, their hearts actually began receiving more energy. When the conversation between the heart and the brain gets really interesting, meaning coherent, the brain and the body get excited, and this causes a sympathetic arousal. As a result, the heart informs the brain that it's safe to create, it's safe to awaken, and it's safe to raise its consciousness out of survival. Once there's an arousal, the sympathetic nervous system starts to balance the energy between the heart and the brain. As that energy moves to the brain, you'd expect those brain waves to slow down, and they do, for a while. However, at a certain moment, we began to see the energy of the heart act as a carrier wave for other brain waves to ride on. Then, all of a sudden, we observed the brain go into very coherent, harmonic states at the same time. Coherent theta, coherent alpha, coherent beta, and ultimately coherent gamma brain waves. And these were all standing waves, one riding in rhythm on the other. The frequency, intensity, and duration of energy in the brain began speeding up into faster and faster gamma brainwave patterns. It's these elegant, orderly changes in the brain that bring us into greater levels of conscious awareness. All of this is to say that the more relaxed and in our hearts we are, the more our brain and body open up to energy. This type of coherent energy that the heart and the brain produce raises our consciousness and moves us closer to the present moment. And now, after this theoretical overview of brain and heart coherence, I know that you are ready for this quick exercise. So please close your eyes for a moment. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Relax your body. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And now, focus your attention on your heart. You don't have to visualize anything. You just have to focus your attention on your heart. Feel your heart beating. Feel the rhythm of your heart. Feel it. Really feel your heart. And while you feel your heart, you might want to think loving thoughts. Maybe you want to think about somebody you love. Maybe you even want to think about yourself because, hey, maybe you love yourself. If you're not there yet, it's also okay. Then you might want to think about pizza. It doesn't matter. Think about something that creates the feeling of love inside of your heart. And focus your attention on your heart. Remember, no visualization is needed. You don't have to visualize your heart. You just have to connect with it. Feel inside of your heart. And when you then feel a sensation in your heart, maybe you feel how it's really beating coherent. Maybe you can sense how your heart is beating more coherently. Maybe you feel a vibration in your heart. That's what I always feel. I always feel a sensation where my heart is vibrating. But even if you just feel it a little bit, don't worry, you just started the practice now. Nobody masters something when they do it the first time. You're just getting started. So don't expect an extreme rush of energy. It can happen. It doesn't have to happen. But once you feel your heart, now I invite you to move your attention to your brain. Feel your brain. You can even try to connect with the left side of your brain, then the right side of your brain, and just become aware of the area around your head, the area in your head. Just become aware and feel the sensation of your brain, of your head. And remember again, you don't have to visualize anything. It's just about guiding your attention, your awareness to your brain, in your brain. And maybe you also feel a little sensation, a vibrating feeling in your head. And when you then have this sensation, now try to connect your heart and your brain. Try to feel that sensation you just felt in your heart and the sensation that you just felt in your brain. Try to connect these two feelings until you feel your heart and your brain both vibrating or both expressing a certain sensation. And that's when you reach a state of brain and heart coherence. That's how you connect the heart with the brain. And then when you do that over and over again, I guarantee you, your life will change, your emotional state will shift, and synchronicities will appear in your life. And if you want to dive in even deeper in brain and heart coherence and how you can also tap into and regulate other energy centers in your body, then you can have a look at Module 7 of my 11 Days to Manifestation Mastery program. And if you want to find out more about my 11 Days to Manifestation Mastery program, then you can click on the first link in the description or go to affirmationtomanifestation.com/11 days. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please send out some love to the YouTube universe by giving this video a big thumbs up. And I would also appreciate it if you would leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think about my video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to click on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I release a new video for you.